Tam bu zamanlar, 2 hafta öncesinde bu zamanlar Elif ve YGA ekibi Rwanda'daydı. Şimdi bir Rwanda'dan video izleyeceğiz, ardından da Elif bizimle olacak.
Hello, my name is Faustin Atiyachimanda. I do volunteering at YGA, and I was opportune to attend one of the YGA STEM workshop at Marash, whereby Marash is already earthquake-affected regions, and I was able to witness how much impactful the YGA STEM volunteering activities are that regions. And now my dream has come true, whereby we are in Rwanda to initiate this project here in my country. So I am happy and proud of this. And I'm not the only one.
World Science Movement program will help teachers turn their science curriculum into practical activities that students can easily understand and apply. This program gave them a new vision and hope for their future. It will also enable teachers to improve themselves and support each other's growth.
Bashobora no kugenda bahanga udushya bagendeye ku byo bize uno munsi. Biranashoboka yuko n'u Rwanda rugiye kongera kunguka, yuko rugiye kubona abatekinisiye benshi bashobora kwikorera ibintu byinshi. Hari ibintu twabikoresha dukoresha tukajyasi tukabona abantu baza badukorera ibintu byikora automatically.
They actually like to pray. If they can make some toys of making car moving, I think when he or she grow up, she will do something which is beyond our realities.
I would like to be a pilot, and this time I changed my mind. I would like to be an engineer, because in the future the whole thing will be automatical.
What do you want to do with automatical things?
To design it.
To design what?
Design a plane, a car, a motorcycle. I can solve any problem. I can go where I want. I can find what I think. Thank you.
Herkese merhaba, ben Elif. 11 yıl önce YGA Zirvesi'ne katıldığımda hayat amacımı aradığım bir dönemdeydim. Boğaziçi Üniversitesi'nde okurken bir global şirkette staj yapıyordum. Bir yandan da annem ve babam öğretmen. İzmir'de yazları gönüllü ders veriyordum ihtiyaç sahibi okullarda. YGA'ya katıldığımda aslında bu ikisini birlikte yapabileceğimi, teknolojiyi kullanarak insanlığa fayda yaratan projelerin içerisinde olabileceğimi öğrenince aslında bütün kariyer yolculuğum değişti. Ve bana bu öğrendiğini paylaşma, give back aşısını yapan kişiler de şu an burada. Annemle babam da balkondan bizi izliyorlar. Mehmet Hoca'nın önceki seansta da söylediği gibi aslında vicdanlı bilim seferberliği doğru yöntem ve kaynaklarla yönetildiğinde bir sosyal ve ekonomik kalkınma modelidir. Bir sosyal sorumluluk projesinden çok daha ötesi. Şimdi bu vizyona bizim kadar inanan, henüz sadece 8 ay önce tanıştığımız ve geçen süreçte Dünya Bilim Seferberliği için ne kadar doğru bir hayal ortağı olduğunu anladığımız Rwanda'nın Türkiye Büyükelçisi Sayın Charles Kayonga'yı ve 2 bilim seferberliği gönüllümüzü sahneye davet edeceğim. Chispa ve Faustin. Biz kendileriyle Summa Holding Yönetim Kurulu Başkanı Selim Bora ve Ruanda Fahri Konsolosu Zeynep Bora'nın bilim seferberliğini Ruanda'da başlatmanın çok doğru olacağını söylemeleri üzerine tanıştık. O yüzden kendilerine de buradan gönülden teşekkür ediyorum. Bu seansımız İngilizce gerçekleşecek konuklarımızla iletişim için. So, creating meaningful global impact. These are 3 important words for us, and it requires shared values and collaboration between different organizations and countries. And of course, we are not alone in doing this at World Science Movement Program. We refer to this project as a movement because it is cultivated through the collective efforts of many partners: government, volunteers, local authorities, corporations, teachers, all working together in this project. And through our recent partnership with the Ministry of Education in Rwanda, now World Science Movement will be delivered to all public schools. And to hear the whole story, I'd like to invite Rwandan Ambassador to Turkey, Mr. Charles Kayonga, and our World Science Movement volunteers, Chispa Kayonga and Faustin Hategekimana, to the stage. Welcome again. Welcome. Welcome again. So 2 weeks ago we were in Rwanda and now we meet in Istanbul, so thank you so much for being here. To begin our conversation, I'd like to ask my first question to you, Mr. Ambassador. So Rwanda has gone through an incredible journey of rebuilding and recovery over the past 30 years. So could you please give us some insights about this challenging period of your country for our audience?
Thank you, Elif. First of all, I'm really delighted to be here attending this summit along the side of the founder and these distinguished YGA partners, and of course, mainly the young people, the majority of the audience who actually are the owners of this occasion. So today, I'm really happy because I have learned a lot. But to say something about my country, Rwanda. Rwanda is located in this region of Africa called the Great Lakes region, which is actually the convergence of East and Central Africa. This is a beautiful country that is so endowed in natural resources, the region in general, and has a rich history, just like Turkey. And our people used to say that God stays everywhere during the day, doing work, and every night came back to rest in Rwanda, to sleep in Rwanda. That is how proud our people were, and that's how they were proud of their country and themselves. Unfortunately, the leaders that took over the country after independence mismanaged this country and introduced divisions, and this resulted in the genocide against the Tutsi that you might have heard about. Fortunately, the genocide was stopped by the Rwanda Patriotic Front under the leadership of our president, His Excellency Paul Kagame. Today, it's 30 years after the genocide, and after introducing to the country policies that foster unity and development, sustainable development, our country is rated among the top in all sectors of life. Whether I talk about security, of course, first, unity of the people who are so divided for more than those 30 years of independence. Now they are very united, even killers again vis-a-vis the perpetrators, vis-a-vis the survivors, in terms of all human indexes of development. Education-wise, we'll talk about that. In terms of doing business, our country is so stable, and it's becoming the center of actually example for the rest of the region and the continent in general.
Yeah.
That's what I would like to say, just in a short.
Thank you. You underlined the importance of unity and the well-being of community, which I find it very inspiring. And this selfless point of view would only ensure that these hardships are never experienced again. And also, I'd like to give some information for our audience. So, Rwanda is often praised as Singapore of Africa. So, for instance, Carnegie Mellon University, which is one of the top institutions in computer engineering, has a campus in Kigali. And the country also is becoming a tech hub for many startups and investors. So, with the all like finding fundamental solutions to these challenges. So, Mr. Ambassador, how do you view the role of education in overcoming challenges and also fostering young minds, as we said, like conscience-driven science perspective?
Yes. To understand this, you have to go back to the past and see how the failure of government and the failure in that regard of the education system contributed towards genocide. Throughout the independence period, as I was saying, the government in place instituted a divisive and sectarian education. The people were divided. The Tutsis were called Tutsis. The Hutus were called Hutus when they were all one, when they shared the same culture. But even apart from that, they did not institute proper education. Education was narrow. We had few schools. Many people did not go to school, such that after 30 years, in 1994, the country had produced only 300 graduates, 3,000 graduates, sorry. And remember that most of these graduates, including PhDs holders, including cardiologists, including engineers, lawyers, professors, most of these people committed genocide. So you can see the failure of government and the failure of the education system. Why? Because the education, even while not technically excellent, it lacked conscience. So after the liberation, what our government has done is to go back to the drawing board and institute a proper education system. Education, first of all, that is all around, technically, correct, excellent, but also more than anything else with values, focusing on values. The good thing is that in our culture, values are very, very important. As I was telling you, we have a long tradition, long history, just like Turkey. Our country goes back centuries, and we have these founding values, values of unity, values of cooperation, values of consideration, respect. So today, these are integrated in our education system, and our children, we are happy to say that they are growing up in a society that is exposing to them this education that is technically sound, but also with values, rich in values. And that's why we welcome the YGA to come to Rwanda. Another thing we have to notice that today, and of course in the coming days, 2050, education is going to be more, it will be benefiting all the market. The job market will be benefiting people who are more educated, which is going to create problems for people who will not be educated. And so possibility of, the divide, the big divide between the rich and the poor is a reality. So our country realizes this, and we are taking up measures. We are taking measures like we have the National Strategy for Transformation, NST2. We call it NST2 because this is the second one. in its first phase of, which is the period 2024 to 2029, which aligns with the first term of the president, the mandate of the first term, we are going, among other things, to focus on improving the education system, including focusing on early childhood education. So this is why I view YGA coming to Rwanda today as very timely. You know, one, it is aligned with our focus on science and technology, but also on interesting science and technology on children, as well as the values that will make our professionals, our scientists and technicians more considerate, more responsible, and ready to give back to society.
Thank you, Mr. Ambassador. Faustin, I'd like to also continue. When we first met in Ankara, in the embassy, for a STEM workshop preparation in earthquake region in Kahramanmaraş, you shared a dream of yours. And with that shared purpose, we embarked on a journey together to Rwanda. And as a PhD student in chemistry, you know the significance of what Mr. Ambassador just highlighted. So could you please also give us, how was your experience with us in this Rwanda trip for the audience as well?
Okay, so first of all, thank you very much, Elif. And you are right, because we just first met at the embassy of Rwanda in Turkey, and we were opportune we met you and your teams introduced to us about YGA and what you do. And I was very impressed by the training we received, as well as the STEM workshop we had in Marash. And it was from then I started having this dream of how this project can be brought to the teachers and students in my country, Rwanda. And it didn't take long, because about 2 weeks ago, as you said, we were in Rwanda to initiate this World Science Movement project in Rwanda, and whereby we first met 30 teachers as well as 60 students from different schools. And it was very captivating to see how significant significant this project would be in helping kids fulfilling their dreams. And you have seen from the video, I think if you watch the films, some of the students' reactions, whereby one student dreams was just to make a plane, and after having sessions with her, she just turned her dream into something bigger. Initially it was just to become a pilot, and then she just turned into something bigger of making a plane, designing technology that can be used to make a plane. So similarly, we have also others whose dreams, motivation, inspiration was uplifted by the training that we give them. And you could see some students just by him herself claiming that after the training, she felt that she could solve any problem by herself. And this is really powerful as a kid, because this is what sparks their curiosity and love for science in their early ages. And similarly for teachers also, teachers were very happy to learn something new during the training, the workshops. And I strongly believe that this is, with the help of those dedicated teachers that I have seen, it is something that this project will have a big impact on as kids, young kids on their individual levels, on the nation, and also a global impact as well. So I know I'm not the only one who feels this way, because right now, as you can see by my side, I have Chispa, whom we just had this journey together, and as well as 11 students from Rwanda also. We had this journey together, starting from the training to the workshop in Kalhalmar, Malash. And may I request them to stand up and say hi to everyone so that you can see them, please. Those friends from Rwanda, thank you very much. So, thank you very much. These are the people we started this journey together, and so the more we grow, the more impact we make. So there's nothing more beautiful, more inspiring than people who share the same values, the same objectives, coming together, working together to achieve something big. And this is, I believe, this is what YGA is. And this is what this World Science Movement is. And that's why we are proud to, personally and my team, that's why we are proud to be part of this journey. So thank you very much. Now I will hand the microphone to Chispa so that she can share some of her experiences. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Faustin. I loved hearing about your experience in Rwanda, and I agree with everything you had to say. I think the World Science Movement exemplifies a culture of giving back, bridging between role models within a community and children that haven't had the opportunity to receive quality education. Growing up in Rwanda, we learned that a person's strength is deeply tied to their community. Decisions are made collectively and success is shared, not just celebrated individually. We actually have this word, ubumuntu. It's not just a sense of humanity, but it embodies compassion, generosity, and a deep understanding that humanity is interdependent. It reminds us, sorry?
For everyone again?
Ubumuntu, yeah, ubumuntu.
Okay.
And it reminds us that to be human is to care, to be kind and generous, and to just uplift those that need help. And it's the spirit that drives communities to help one another. And we also have a tradition called umuganda. And in this tradition, it means to come together for a common purpose. So on the last Saturday of each month, the whole entire country, we come together and we do communal work. So this could be building homes, planting trees, cleaning up streets. Umuganda teaches us that, helping the environment, helping each other is the way we can grow together. And it was first introduced after the genocide against the Tutsi as a way to heal and strengthen the division and the relationship with each other. But now, through collective efforts, we've been able to strengthen our community and just create a shared commitment to progress. So these two values, ubumuntu and umuganda, I believe they align perfectly with the mission of the World Science Movement, because they teach us that giving back to the community is not only an independent act, but a cultural one. And what I wish for my country is what I wish for all the kids in the world, just to have the opportunity to thrive, to support each other through community, and to just share in a brighter future.
Thank you, Chispa. When you said give back, I was also deeply moved when I first learned the meaning of your name, because it holds a very special meaning for us as well.
Yeah, that's actually true. My name, Chispa, means spark in Spanish, And actually, Elif, you once told me that Ataturk had a saying to students going to study abroad. This is a meaningful quote that just perfectly reflects the culture of giving back. So the quote is, "I will send you as sparks, you must return as flames." And in Turkish, it's "Sizi çim olarak gönderiyorum, alevler olarak dönmelisiniz."
I send you as sparks, you should come back as fires.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like a universal call for giving back. So thank you so much, Chispa. We are also coming to the end of our time on stage. So for my last question, Mr. Ambassador, I know in Rwanda's development vision, so empowering young people to contribute to their country's progress is given such an importance. So I'd like to ask, what advice would you give to the young audience, university and high school students who also wanted to be part of this transformation and also like in the culture of giving back?
Yeah, thank you again. Yeah, again, to reflect back on our culture, it is true that our young people have been empowered traditionally. It's also a value system of our country, and that's why you find we had these institutions, such as one called Itorero. Itorero is actually like a school, you know, and traditionally it was an institution where young people, it provided that type of education according to age regiments. So young people would come and be trained in skills of survival, whether it is agriculture, animal husbandry, but also these important values of community, unity. So this value, this institution has again been revived, and today it is serving to empower our young people. But of course, across the board, our young people are being educated according to what I told you in the education system, focusing on science and technology and the values, and again, being empowered. So it is not unusual to find in Rwanda youthful leaders, and probably this is also because of our historical experience. Our president himself had what I would call serious responsibility when he was in early 20s, you know, and I was a president in his 30s. So he knows from history and from also his experience that young people, once empowered with the technical skills and the value system, can be productive. So what I would like to say, to tell these young people, is what other people before me have said. One, empower yourselves. Our president is fond of saying, be the best that you can be. Seek to be the best that you can be. And don't accept mediocrity. And that's what the speakers before me were saying. Read. You go to you are privileged to be in this. I tell my students from Rwanda, they are privileged to be in schools here that are facilitated. How many hours do they spend in libraries? How many books have they read? This is how they empower themselves, and not forgetting the values. Learn from the best. And not only that, also be a teacher. Know that young people are the leaders of tomorrow, and you start being a leader today. And being a leader is also manifesting. It's also representing others and inspiring others and being role models. So we should learn while also being teachers, as it were, or role models. And you cannot be a role model if you are indisciplined. if you go drinking and doing all the chaotic things that many strayed young people do. So this is why, again, I really I cannot leave the stage without appreciating Mr. Sinan, the founder of YGA, for bringing it to Rwanda. And of course, he would not have brought it to Rwanda if he had not met Mr. Selem Bora and our honorary counsel, his wife, Madame Zainab. They are the ones who convinced him that, look, you want to go to Africa? Start in Rwanda. Because Rwanda is a test case, a test hub for these novel ideas, for these innovative ideas. That's what we have become in Rwanda. And of course, giving what I was telling you, that Rwanda, just like Turkey, is the bridge between East and West, Europe and Asia. Rwanda is a bridge, is a land bridge between Central Africa and East Africa. Rwanda is just 14 million people, but the region of East and Central Africa, beyond 600 million. So if you want to spread to Africa, if you want to go beyond, if you want to reach 1.4 billion people, come to Rwanda, and you will expand. And of course, that cannot happen without facilitation, without means. We need means to get these STEM kits, you know? So that is why, of course, people like Selem Bora, who have supported, and others, I'm sure there are others who have supported here, you know, we need this support so that we can mentor young people to mentor others. And this is how we shall achieve sustainable development and stability. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Mr. Ambassador. We extend our heartfelt gratitude to you for being our partner in this shared vision. So thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.